Have you ever wondered how a beloved fairy tale can turn into a box office disappointment? In 2025, Disney released its latest adaptation of the classic story of Snow White, but this time the magic seems to have fizzled out. Before diving into the details, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. From the start, the production of Snow White faced a series of controversies that cast a shadow over its release. Uh, um, Despite the excitement surrounding Disney's live action adaptations, this version struggled to capture the audience's heart. The film opened to a disappointing $87.3 million globally, leaving little room for Disney to recover its investment. While Rachel Zegler's portrayal of Snow White received some praise, Gal Gadot's performance as the evil queen fell flat in the eyes of many critics. Disney films usually thrive on nostalgia and familiarity, but this adaptation seems to be following a troubling trend in Gadot's career, marked by a strain of underwhelming box office and performances.
Yes.
The Rotten Tomatoes score for Snow White currently sits at a mere 42%. Critics are divided, with some believing Zegler deserves better, while others criticize Gadot's lack of depth in her role. The animated dwarfs also faced backlash, adding to the film's woes. Critics who enjoyed the film noted that Gadot's character lacked the complexity needed to truly embody the evil queen. Nadira Goff from Slate even labeled her portrayal as the film's most significant flaw. This sentiment was echoed by many others, highlighting a general disappointment in the film's execution. Despite appearing in several high-profile films, Gadot's recent projects have not fared well on Rotten Tomatoes. The trend continues with Snow White, which joins a list of her films that have struggled to impress critics. The audience, however, seems to have a different perspective, often rating her films higher than critics do. Interestingly, Gadot's most successful film remains Wonder Woman, which boasts a 93% approval rating. This groundbreaking superhero film not only resonated with critics, but also struck a chord with audiences, achieving an 83% approval rating. It's clear that her portrayal of Wonder Woman set a high bar that her subsequent films have struggled to reach. And looking back at her earlier works, many of Gadot's films received even lower ratings than Snow White. Her debut in the Fast and Furious franchise holds a 29% approval rating, while her lowest rated film, Keeping Up with the Joneses, barely scraped a 20%. So why do so many of Gadot's films receive poor ratings? That critics often point to the formulaic nature of her roles and the predictability of the plots. Even in action-packed films, the characters and storylines can feel shallow, leaving viewers wanting more of Stranger. As we reflect on Snow White, it seems unlikely that this film will break the cycle of disappointing results for Gadot. Perhaps the real magic lies in finding the right story and character that can truly showcase her talents, And remember, if you ever feel like a movie is a bit of a flop, just think, at least it's not a pumpkin. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time, I have